Time for a love potion, a little sweet and spice. Throw it all in a cauldron, mix it up real nice. Fire in my eyes, stir counterclockwise. I dream of you all night. Filled with emotion, follow the signs. With this love potion, you will be all mine. I'm pulling you closer to me. You're finding it harder to breathe. The magic is taking over your mind. It's higher. I'm the only one that you see. I got what you want, what you need. Before you know it, you are falling deep in love with me. Little sweet spice. Made a love potion for you.
Hello.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the Storytellers Hearth Weekend Relay March Prep stream, brought to you today by two very tired mums.
So tired. For anybody who follows me on my channel and was at my stream last night, you know that our central heat and air conditioner finally died after us keep getting every little ounce of work we could against it. And so we had to buy a new one. And the guy's supposed to, he's supposed to install it today. He came, he started, he went somewhere. I am wondering if if he's taking the old one out and he's bringing the new one back. I know he told me his whole plan. I don't remember him saying that, but that doesn't mean he didn't.
You'll find out eventually what he's going to do. Surprise.
Yeah. I didn't get a text or anything that was because, now every time you get a service, it's all like, hey, so our service is complete. Would you like to fill out a survey? So I didn't get that, so I don't think he's done. But that is to say that he may come back and be like, hey, I have to turn the breaker back on, and then it will be there here.
See, you guys get a nice text message saying the service is done. We get a, are you still there? All right, yeah, we're leaving now. We're all finished. Bye now.
Oh, no, they do that too. Normally they do that. So that's why I'm saying I don't think he's... even if he was like, oh, she's probably asleep, I'll just leave or something. So...
If so, very considerate, but also...
Yeah.
Is unknown for the rest of the day now.
Until he comes back.
And if he comes back. Hello everybody, CB's here, Annika, Zara, hello, Jessica, Stephanie, how is everybody doing today? We're always perpetually tired and it's always something. Yes, absolutely. All my kiddies are home because time zones suck. So I'm sitting here praying that I will not be disturbed.
My children are not
My
home.
children, by specifically this one here who's lounging around in the living room. Mm-hmm. Place your bets on how long it will take one of them to interrupt somehow.
15 minutes. That is long enough for them to forget what you were doing.
It's long enough for them to be like, I'm bored. Mum looks busy. Let me just interrupt.
Right. My dogs keep barking, and every time they bark, I want to check to see if the guys come back, but literally they bark at so many things. CB's vetting 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Don't you even dare. You go back to what you were doing. Ignore me.
No, Sarah, don't draw their attention, then I'll lose the dress.
Because I drew her attention. It's my own fault. I'll go back to... Whenever I'm streaming, they force themselves onto the screen and try to take over.
Mine used to. Not so much anymore. Now they will, because I have this little this L-shaped desk area. And so now they'll come in and they know that like I never have the camera angled farther than the other side of my desk. So they will
Yeah.
confidently come up to that part and then very slowly they'll lean over to see if I'm on camera. And like they're not usually like, no, you have to mute. Normally they're just like, just turn the camera off, it's fine.
Yeah, my kids like to hover and don't like being on camera, but it's always they'll like crawl on the floor to get past because they don't want to be on camera. And it's like, you can just ask me to turn the camera off and I will do so. But I feel like they don't trust me to turn it off and keep it off while they walk past.
I think you're gonna get them.
That's because I've done it to one of the kids before. So that's probably why they think I'm going to do it again.
You've broken their trust. You're on. Can you confidently say you would not do it again? Sorry, say again?
It depends on the child
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and how I think they'd react. So a couple of them I would. There's a couple of them I would not because then they'd get quite grumpy and
Yes.
I don't need that. So today's
The AC guy is back. I'm spying.
oh, he's back. He has returned.
Yeah, I do think he was taking away the old one and now he's hooking up the new one. Which again,
Hopefully not too
he
long
may
till
have
the
told me that
AC's
that was
working.
the plan. Well, right now I don't particularly mind being without the AC because Tennessee is Tennessee and decided, you know what, you had a good week of summer. Have winter again. So I actually have the heater on right behind me. But we need the air conditioner. Like, I'm not mad at it doing that. Because it's like, you know what? I can use it right now.
At least it failed at the right time instead of the wrong time.
Yes. So, as this is a prep stream for the weekend, what our tentative plan is we're going to be going for about an hour. Also, if you're new here, hi, I'm Samantha L. Nassett. I'm writing Mom Samantha L. Nassett. I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things, as, you know, you've witnessed for the past 8 minutes. This is my lovely co-organizer, Sarah K. Hill, also a writing mom.
Also, you're writing, Mum? Yes.
So we're gonna be streaming for about an hour, and we're gonna be talking about what we're gonna work on for the weekend, how we're gonna get prepared for the weekend. I may or may not be disappearing at any point. Depends on how long it takes my AC guy to do that. And we want to check in with y'all, with chat, to see, yeah, Jess, it's always good when something goes out before you need it, because especially since last year in Tennessee, we got up in the hundreds. Normally, Tennessee, I am not accustomed to Tennessee getting above the 95s, 98s. Like, we flirt with the hundreds, but we don't go over the hundreds.
Yeah.
You're going to convert that.
I am going to convert that.
Okay, normally I try to go convert it, but I saw you already on it. Do share for the
98 is 36 degrees. 100 Fahrenheit is 37 Celsius. We don't get that hot here in the UK, but we suffer at like 32 degrees. So I don't want to even begin imagining anything more than 32 degrees.
What is 40 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit? No, 40 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. Other way. Hi, Eva.
That is 4 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so my days kind of go between 4 degrees Celsius and probably 34 degrees Celsius. Just throughout the day.
Throughout the day. We get very much, if it's,
'Cause it was-
we can go between 10 degrees difference usually. So if it's like 4 degrees in the morning, it will probably go up to, at least in spring, around 14 degrees during the day. In the summer, it won't go down below 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, and that's during the night. And then it can go up to like 30, 32.
I feel that. So I'll go ahead and get us kicked off with, I'm going to I'll do the screen share. You all can stalk me. Or not,
You're like-
if I don't actually share the tab. Oh, hold on. That's better.
This is a
Not perfect,
new
but better.
new streaming platform that Sam discovered a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, somebody I
I
streamed
still-
with last year used it, and I was like, I would like to try this out. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and let you guys see what I am going to be working on and off during this stream. Yes, I created the copy. Everyone will get to see me struggle. What? Where did it? Hold on. That's not what I opened. Where is it? There it is. Canva has redone their UI, and I am not a fan.
Oh, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Every time they change it, there's no warning, and I'll go on and be like, where is everything? How do I find what I'm looking for?
Oh, that's how it is in Chicago too. Yeah, we're in the same like time zone / like similar areas. I know that every time I have to look up or set like central time on a device, Chicago is the city that is there that I'm like, I must click. They're at 23 degrees Celsius right now. Sarah, if you could kindly let me know what that is Fahrenheit. But last summer they got all the way up to 43 C. Ooh, damn! 43 C. If 36 and 37 is 98 and 100. That's a lot.
Yeah, so 23 Celsius is 73 Fahrenheit.
That's a comfortable temperature for me.
That is nice,
70s
nice and
to-
comfortable. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I have a 20 degree Fahrenheit comfort zone.
Same. Hello, Laura. How are you?
My project opened in a different tab, so I had to.
Love when that happens.
Nope, not what I want to do. So, what is everybody going to? I don't yet have a dinner plan. I actually have to discuss a dinner plan with my husband because most of the streams that I think I'm on, I don't would be like around dinner time, or I need to have fed
Yeah.
my children by then. But I also don't want to like tire myself out cooking and stuff. So it's either gonna have to be stuff that goes in the oven, something that makes a lot of leftover, or something that the
Yeah.
kids can prep. Like we do these things we call country bowls now, which is essentially just how I usually eat food. But I said, yeah, let's just put it in a bowl and it's dinner. And now all of them, I'm no longer the weird one. It's just dinner. But we put mashed potatoes in a bowl and then chicken, like fried chicken. We've experimented with chicken tenders, like cut up chicken patties,
Yeah.
cut up, and recently popcorn chicken. The children like the popcorn chicken the most, I think, because it was seasoned with pepper and it had a little bit of a bite, and they were all
Yeah.
like, yes. But so yeah, you've got your mashed potato, your chicken, and then we also put corn, cheese, and then the like sauce of your choice. Like barbecue is usually the one they go with.
Yeah.
So it's really like easy and simple. And my two of my children, they like work in tandem to peel or to like wash, peel, and chop the potatoes up to be boiled.
Yeah.
And then after that, like the corn is just kerneled corn in a can. So I just gotta open the can. The cheese is sprinkled cheese, so it's like really easy to put together. The chicken, it just goes in the oven. Like we just preheat it, put it on.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a super easy dinner, and I've gotten the kids to the point where like they could almost make it without me now. So I do have to like oversee the mashing of the potatoes just because they don't quite know how much milk and butter and stuff to add yet,
Yeah.
and garlic salt. But I'm not allowed to mash the potatoes by myself anymore. Not because anything happened. What it is my youngest, she's like, she really likes mashing the potatoes, which I did too. I mean, I still do, so I
Yeah.
can't blame her. So it's like, yeah. I tried to make the mashed potatoes because, like, she seemed a little tired. Like, she had a rough day at school and stuff, and they had already helped me cut up in the potatoes and stuff because sometimes with my migraines and whatever else is going on that we don't know yet, it's just hard for me to stand for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And so, uh, well, if I'm walking, it's more okay, but like just standing still for some reason, my head doesn't like. But yeah, so I was like, they've been really tired. I can mash the potatoes. That's fine. I can do this part. And I start mashing them. And this child, with her food sixth sense, sensed a disturbance in the force and came downstairs and was like, Ma, you're mashing the potatoes. And I'm like, yes, that's how we're eating them. And she's like, you didn't call me to mash the potatoes. And I'm like, I was unaware I had to. And she's like, I always want to mash the potatoes. And then I got to hear about that for 8,000 years.
How dare you deny them the chance to mash the potatoes?
How dare I?
But I'm doing a shopping list and I needed a meal to put on for this weekend, so I'm stealing that one.
Country bowls with me? Yes!
I will do
Country bowls!
Yes.
Although my children are tired of me going, country bowls, feed me at home. So yeah, just stuff like that probably. And they love the country bowls, especially since they can personalize them.
Yeah.
Oh, I also add honey on top of, like, I do honey and then the barbecue sauce.
Yes.
So.
Oh, sounds lovely.
Stephanie also loves mashed potato bowls. She was doing them last week with her corned beef leftovers. Oh, that also sounds. I said chicken. Really, you could add any meat. You could add hamburger or for like a cottage pie style thing. Add cheese.
Yeah.
Add whatever you want. Zara says, have you tried Nerevio? It's not medicine, and it's an armband you can wear while doing other things. It's great. Unsure if this is... Oh, I love it for my migraines lately. All right. No, but I have tried a lot of different things, and I have a 10 to 15 minute video explaining, or on my channel, explaining my current health issues.
Yes.
It's not just the migraine. The short version of it is we're hoping it's perimenopause. But otherwise we're not sure. And as far as my migraines, I'm actually about to, I spoke to a neurologist because my doctor was like, well, if they're getting worse and your shot's not working much anymore. So I spoke to a neurologist and I brought in vitro, I don't know, it's an IV infusion up to her, and she was so excited that I brought it up. And then she was like, she leaned in, we were on a web face call, and she like leans into the camera. Yeah, I think because she started like typing things up, and she was like, how would you feel about that? And I'm like, I mean, it's just an IV for a half hour every 3 months. Me, who has a phobia of medical needles specifically, but has never had issue with an IV, I'm like,
Yeah.
sounds like heaven to me. Like, I'm fine, especially since it's supposed to be more effective with less side effects. So
Yeah.
I should be doing that sometime next week. I gotta call them to make sure that they were able to schedule the appointment. We couldn't do it before then because I had already taken my shot, and we don't want the medication
Overlap, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that that is what it is. But largely my migraines are genetic. So a lot of what helps other people with their migraines don't like we've tried so much. I've tried magnesium
Yeah.
supplements, I've tried vitamin D, I've tried I've tried medication in all three categories, like the tryptos. I actually got short-term memory loss from one of the medications I tried. So it's a lot. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but at the moment, no advice is requested. I'm doing a lot. I got a checklist. If you want to DM me, we can discuss it there. But it's just a lot to go through on screen. Yeah, vitamin B, D. I do take vitamin D, but that's because I had a deficiency. Are all super
Yeah.
helpful in treating migraines. A neurologist, not his nephew, the cardiologist, fair enough, for Dr. Alexander Moskop, has great articles in the book. He treats me. I will look into that, especially since you said yours is doing good. But like I said, with a lot of what's going on with me, we're just hoping is early perimenopause.
Yeah.
Stephanie said, oops, hopefully you're able to figure it out and get some relief. I thought I was going through perimenopause and recently went through a lot of tests, and turns out I got diagnosed with PCOS. Yay. My doctor ran so many blood tests, and my OB ran a thyroid test. So far, everything's coming back normal, and therefore, Peri is currently still the most likely culprit.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I don't mind Zara. It's honestly, if this was on my channel, we could talk about it a whole stream. It's just because this is a prep stream, so I don't want to take up all the time discussing my thing. Thank you. I have been trying different teas, and those have been helping. Because, like, essentially when I was like, stuff that helps perimenopause, they're like tea. They're like old school tea blends to help you, to help rebalance shit. And I'm like, I am a tea connoisseur, tell me more. So I now have like a list of different tea blends that help with like hot flashes, headaches, and all that.
I'd say that's a very British way of thinking. Because we do love our tea. But also,
well, I'm Southern, so
blend
there's a
is
connection there.
probably more, a lot more ancient than us Brits and our love of tea.
Honestly, it's multicultural. Lots of different cultures have medicated women for women's problems with different tea blends, and I am taking advantage of all of them.
Yes. Try all
That
the tea.
was phrased horribly, but I trust you all understand my good faith reasoning. No, okay, so hold on. There was the comments started going up. No, you don't have to show the games in the Dropbox folder on your streams. You don't even necessarily have to participate in them. I would love for you to mention that they do exist, because I've discovered a lot of people don't realize the media kit is there, or that I put things in there. So, also, games is just the best thing I could think to title that. It's mostly goals, graphics, and intent to eventually have more games in there.
Yes, we will note it down for next time to work on.
Oh, well, I'm not promising next time at the moment, but it's noted down for the future.
It is noted down.
I think we both clicked on Zara's comment at the same time.
I think we both did.
Sometimes
And
old, I'm thinking mostly Asian cultures or most who love teas, knew what they were doing more than modern things. A lot of, I will say, not, although there are a lot of Asian cultures, there's also a lot of, like Native American and Latin and a
yes,
lot of African and stuff. So that's why I said it's pretty global. Like, everybody was like, we have plants local to us and they help, so. But I think, as I say that, um, the brand I'm using, I'm going to try out because my mom just started using them, and I just realized, well, like, it's funny. So my son bought me a plum ginger hibiscus tea from Books a Million.
ooh, that sounds
I
nice.
think he got it mostly because there were mushrooms on the outside and it said plum, and I love me some plum.
Yeah,
Uh, so he got it, but then my mom was telling me about the one that she's using, and because she's been using a bunch of them, because she's like cut soda and stuff out, and she's not a juice drinker, so she's been drinking his water. One cannot live on just water. Like, yes, people in general need to drink more water, but you need to drink more than just water. So, but my mom loves tea, and because of me and my sister, my mom is adventurous with her teas now. So she was like, "Yeah, your sister found the Republic of Tea, right? Is the brand." Now I'm like, where is it based? Okay, it's an American company based in California. I was like, if it's gonna be a company based in China, then I will have mildly shot myself in the foot, but it's okay. Yeah,
yes,
so many culture. I was a bit biased because I've always gone with Chinese medicine first when I hit a wall because of my heritage. In a similar vein, my husband is Nicaraguan, and so in an attempt to share mine and his culture with our children, I
yeah.
look up Latin American and Native American things. I had a really big cultural dump in my early 20s when me and my husband got our DNA kits and stuff. Like, we had ancestry. Now, I knew he was Nicaraguan. I always knew he was Nicaraguan. I always knew
Yeah.
Nicaragua was in Central America. When his ancestry.com thing came back that he was Native American, I was like, huh. because because I had always just associated Native American with like the Cherokee and the Chippewa and stuff, and not like a
Yeah.
country, but I was like, no, like that is how that works too. As I said, that was a dumb in my early 20s. It's been over 10 years now, so we learn, we grow.
Yeah. The things ancestry uncovers, though,
Oh, it's fun. I so
or lets
there's
you know.
So as with many families in North America, there are stories in my family about us having a Native American relative or two,
Yeah.
and by my generation, it's like we've got maybe 1% of that. And Ancestry.com does say I have 1%, which you can't tell because of the lighting, but I have the only thing I believe I inherited from that is that I do have olive undertones. And when I tan, I get more in that skin range. But I
Yeah.
have not. My face has been incredibly pale since my third child, really. But I'm like, but I've got that 1%. But it can't figure out where that 1% is from because it used to be like it was like, yes, you're 1% South American, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense with anything I know of my family history. But all right, something's going
If
on
you
there. And then
if
it's
you say
like,
so.
actually you're 1% Central American, and I'm like, am I? And then it's like, now you're 1% North American, and I was like, I just keep traveling closer and closer. But then it went South American again. But then I remembered that we're supposed to be French Peruvian, which were French colonies in Peru. So I'm like, could be
Yeah.
that. But so
Could
I
be,
have a
yeah.
mysterious 1% floating around there.
1% of something.
which I love that for me. That's fun. Oh, your favorite brand is also Republic of Tea. Ooh, I would love for you, if you would not mind DMing me some of your recommendations, and then I want to compare it with the ones that I've already picked out. Because my sister, I'm jealous of her. She spent I'm calling it an obnoxious amount because I'm jealous that she was able to just drop like $90 on tea, and I want to just do that.
Yeah, that's the
She
dream.
has no children though. So
That's why she's able to do so, yeah.
yes, but I'm very jealous of her for doing that, so I've been mildly shit talking her. It's okay. But
With love, though, with love.
oh, see, yeah, I'm now following Zara has been following them for 2 years. I've been drinking their tea unknowingly for almost 2 years. I want to say like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody loves Republic of Tea. I love that. I love rhubarb and cream tea and Rioboos. For anybody who has hot flashes or just this isn't a prep stream anymore. This is just a tea appreciation stream to help us with our health. Which, you know what, I'm down for that. But what if anybody would like to benefit from the herbs and stuff I've been looking up, because it's funny, I had also done some herb and spices research for a bakery short story that I was writing, because she's like a witch and she bakes like some medicinal pastries and stuff. So I was like, I wanted my magic herbs to have some real world basis in the research.
Yeah.
So like peppermint tea is supposed to help, or not peppermint specifically, but mint teas are supposed to help with hot flashes and stuff. Which when I read that, it felt like a oh duh moment, right? Because I'm like, spearmint gum and stuff, like all of those things that I have peppermint, it's usually got that cooling, refreshing flavor
it's all
in it.
cooling, refreshing, yeah.
So it's like that 100% makes sense.
And you're like, oh,
I'm like, why did I
yeah.
not think of this before? Also, like when I had the insomnia, my mom was like, I have this chamomile tea with melatonin, and I was like, chamomile tea, and it's supposed to be good for anxiety too, and I'm like, I always knew chamomile was a soothing thing. So it's just like all these things.
Sometimes
not
we
the
know
American-
things, but we forget we know these things.
While we do have many issues in the U.S. system, for me, don't necessarily think it was them, because I remember when we learned about the indigenous peoples of America, we did learn about the Mayans. I just had a disconnect. Whereas 23andMe, before they sold user data, was like, you're 100% Chinese, but some of it is Chinese day, because they moved around a lot. And the only thing it told me is that I have a genetic disposition for macular degeneration, which my bad eyesight could have told me that 10 years ago. Is that 1% an instance of colonization? Not according to my family history. Also, I am descended from the Nordic peoples who did a lot of trading with indigenous people, so I choose to believe the best in my family history and hope that that's not what it is.
Yeah. I think she's got a little bit of an update on the air conditioning.
I do not. That's what I was hoping it was, but But yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, I'll be honest. If the 1% is the French Peruvian, there's very little doubt that the French colonies in Peru were not colonization. But, according to my family history, we just had a great grandfather or whatever who married a Cherokee woman, and according to my grandmother, she is in the Cherokee registry book. Like, she has the information and stuff. So that's why I
Okay.
give credence to it. But I also like, I lean, I like relate to and lean more into the Nordic and Celtic cultures of my
Yeah.
family's habits and stuff. Like when I went through looking at our family history and the like traditions and stuff that we carried over on my grandfather's side, we carried over a lot of the Nordic and Celtic, like because we're Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. We hit up all the Celtic isles.
Just all of them.
All of them. So there is British in there too, but I don't think we got a lot of the British culture in comparison to the other ones. And I also think the British comes from my grandmother's side mostly, and my grandmother's side has the British, and that's where the indigenous, my little 1%
Yeah.
comes from, that my sister did not inherit, just I. According to
fair,
our
the
DNA. But
British English isn't very culture anyway.
on
So
on ancestry.com, they can't even make up their mind. So I don't actually know what my like British percentage is in comparison,
Yeah.
because when they first started doing it, which is very fascinating, the pseudoscience behind it. Right? Because they didn't have enough samples and stuff, so they were just like, "Oh, you're from like this general region and everything." And the
Yeah.
more people of those ethnicities and regions that did the test, the more data they had on those specific areas.
yeah, and the more they could specify and
yeah.
give the context of it.
So for a long time, it was just like this percent British and the Celtic region and other things. And I'm like, and even it's slowly gotten more specified, and as it gets more specified, the British part shrinks. And it's still not just British, it's British and other things. And I'm like, I'm gonna just wait till they figure it out. But yeah, so but for my grandmother, the Native American traditions, she like was taught those by her grandmother and stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot of those are very important to her from her side. And I believe culture is more while there is genetics to play for it, I don't genuinely want to claim any culture that I don't feel like I was actually raised with or connect to or want to reconnect to. And so the Native American, my grandmother loves going to, we have a local, they have a powwow in my city every year, actually hosted by the local
nice.
tribe here. And so my grandmother loves to go to that every year. And so we go with her and stuff. And when I won't buy myself a dream catcher, but my grandmother, she has gifted us locally made dream catchers from the tribe and stuff. And so those I would keep and stuff. But it's always like a very nuanced and tricky conversation and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to just be another white girl on the internet. Like, yes, my family has Cherokee in us somewhere. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
We're not going to do that, no.
But yeah. Stephanie says that makes sense, but I never thought of it that way. I assume you mean the peppermint tea. Yeah, the mint tea. I keep saying peppermint. It's just mint. It's just mint. DM'd you the teas. I probably won't look at them till after the stream, but I will believe the best in your family too then. I appreciate that, Zara. Some Deep Mystery says, I had to go look it up, but my favorite Publicus tea is the Organic Awesome Breakfast. Ooh. When is the Storytellers Hearth event/weekend? The actual event starts, I have it right here. It starts at 3:30 p.m. That's in Eastern Daylight. No, Eastern.
T?
It's EDT right now. I have just forgotten what. Yeah. This Friday, March 27th. But this graphic is not correct. I have to picture where I'm going to be. See, this is for October of last year. I just make a new copy and then edit the new copies.
And then edit it, yeah. I do the exact same thing.
Oh, my husband's like, looks like he's back. Hoping he doesn't finish before my stream ends. cry laughing.
Um, JK, if you go to the deadlines and links channel in the event Discord and go to the schedule, you'll be able to see who
I will.
is hosting which stream.
I will
Or
go and tag in the co-host recruiting for you.
yes,
A bit unfairly, people more often use the co-host recruitment, and usually, if anybody's looking for a co-host, I will look at the availability myself. But there's been so much going on. I've seen so many doctors this month, so let us check the schedule for you. Uh, I believe. Hold on, I'll pull up your availability too. You can continue the conversation, Sarah,
shall
while I try
work
to
it
be helpful.
out.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh no, wait. The X's are for availability. I was about to be like, oh, you could join Alice probably, but no. It's 5 a.m. streams.
We'll find your slot, JK, no worries.
I'll figure it out. Get out of here, Sarah. I'm doing this.
Not doing anything. I'm not
You're
touching
supposed to be talking to chat. Well, somebody's in here clicking
talking
with
to
me.
chat. So what is everybody, or has anybody got plans of what they are going to be working on over this weekend?
Sarah,
I know that Annika,
do you have a spot on number 7?
I do have a spot on number 7. Yes, that is 3 p.m. EDT on Saturday the 28th.
Is
I say with a question mark because I can't actually remember the time.
Oh, yes,
in
3.
EDT.
Sorry, 3 p.m. EDT.
I was correct.
Word.
JK, 3 p.m. EDT on the 28th, which is the Saturday. And you can join me and Sam and a couple of others on my stream if you would like.
Also, stream number 12 has another spot, JK.
Which
And then
is
that's half of the availabilities that you put, so that would give you 2 streams if you would like. Do you want to be on number 12? I'll go ahead and add you to that. Like I said, we do apologize. The event is mostly organized in the Discord, so if you have a Discord, I would always check in there. You can also DM me and or Sarah at any point to inquire or ask about it. We've both been hectic, and our assistant has been dying because she could not get her ADHD medication for almost a month.
that is the absolute worst when there is a shortage of ADHD medication. 7 and 12, JK. Are you on Discord, JK?
I think they are in the server.
So I remember last year, I struggling to get my ADHD medication for 3 weeks.
See, for CB, and again, this is information that I know she won't mind me sharing. She's in California, and they kept telling her that it was out of stock. Finally, she was just like, Sam, I need help. And I was like, all right. And so I called. I was looking at local pharmacies that might not have as much demand, and I got a hold of this really nice pharmacist who owned his own store, and he explained to me that in California a lot of the pharmacists will kind of lean, especially for CVS and the bigger brands, they'll kind of lean on the excuse, oh, we're out of stock or we have back orders. But what it actually is that California's laws around certain medications, and a lot of ADHD medications fall under this, they're the pharmacists are getting fined and blamed for how much of it they're handing out, regardless of whether or not they have prescriptions. So a lot of the bigger
Oh,
chains, like CVS and stuff, like those pharmacies,
yeah,
they don't have time to like thoroughly vet all of them at the same time, especially like
yeah.
if they could possibly lose their license and stuff. So that's actually what it is. And so we're working on getting her to a different pharmacy. But yeah.
That is, yeah. We just had there was no medication for everybody to go around.
Uh, JK, when you
Mass
say
shortage.
just for clarity, when you say the dots near your name, do you mean like J dot K dot? Because we did do that, but I just want to make sure that that is what you are referring to. I read all of the Yucatan Peninsula, and because we were talking about heritages and all of that other stuff, I was like, is it more tea? But no, we're talking about triptans. The migraine rescue meds for 2 months, 10 years ago. It was horrible. Oh my god. I am so sorry to hear that. A lot of modern migraine medication has been largely ineffective for me. A cup of coffee is honestly like does so much more for me than a lot of the rescue medication does. Awesome. All right. The ADHD med shortage happened for Zara in 2024. But last year was just a delay in me getting it because of the pharmacy issues Sam
Pharmacy.
described. Are you also in California, Zara? If you don't mind me asking, if you don't want people to know, you don't have to answer. That's from Sarah.
That's from Sarah, yeah. Usually I do that in YouTube itself. And then as
Yeah.
soon as that went to Storytellers Hearth, I was like, oh, right, that's the wrong one.
We can't even put S. We have to like actually put out Sam or I was gonna say Sar, but probably Sarah.
Yeah, we can't even do SA because that's
We'll put C and N, and no one will be confused. Oh, I see Zara being a real one in Discord checking out something for Nia. Sorry, I was going in here to give JK their roles, and I was like, oh, messages. Actually, I'm not sorry, because that's what the prep stream is about. We're preparing for the weekend together.
preparing. Mentally and sort of also productively. Cat paws depends on how much I get done the weekend, but editing in one form or another.
We're just gonna come in here. It'll be easier to.
Stephanie working and getting a decent amount of words in for my romantasy.
Zara took my idea and elevated it. SN and SC.
Always with the elevation, absolutely fantastic. Hopefully do my own writing and doing some book editing.
Am I wrong?
Well, I must admit, this did sort of force me to think, what am I going to be working on?
Well, that's good.
This weekend.
Also, as Zara mentioned in the media kit, we do have some goals graphics. I have ones that you can like. They're all Instagram story size for the most part, and you can write your goals on them. I would like to make IG, or not IG, but just like make square ones because the square ones post better on several social media places.
Yeah.
But we do have like it's a square that says my goals, and then in the text underneath, like you can post that, and then when you write on Blue Sky or Instagram, the text you can put your goals and stuff in.
Yeah.
Originally, we did it that way because Instagram was the primary place everybody was using, and the stories let you just edit in the stories.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, well, like the vast majority of people have Canva or a different editing program that they can use. So that's why I want to do the square ones too, because it's just fun to see them squared.
It's fun to have them in a square. Nice and orderly.
Yeah. And are you guys enjoying this prep stream? Would you like us to do one of these for all of the events and stuff? We will have the feedback form again. It may have a couple more questions. I plan to, so my goals for the weekend are I want to critique as much as I can of my Alpha Critique Partners manuscript. And I also, if I have not done it before, then want to get our feedback form. I want to like switch out some feedback forms thing. Oh, I was about to, I got you already. I was getting the link so that I could share it in the chat. I can still go on IG and DM it to you if you would like. But it is in the chat for anybody who's not in the Discord. If you have a Discord, please join it. It's not like you will not be inundated with messages throughout the year or anything.
No,
it's really
not
only
at
for
all.
active around prep time. We
Around
do
the
have a
prep time.
community Discord that is sorely neglected, but
It's also on the list.
yeah,
We'll get through it.
as I mentioned in the Discord server, and I will mention probably more than people will want to hear throughout the weekend, but Sarah and I really appreciate all of the hosts just
Yes.
like being on it and everything. And I know a couple things fall through the cracks and we've missed some deadlines and stuff, but really it's not that big a deal because everybody like once reminded, everyone's like, oh, I'm on it, or they'll be like, oh, I'm going to do it on this day or at this time, and then everything gets done at that day, which is really like just being informed and being kept up to date is all we really want and need. Like we could work with that. And the deadlines, I have an almost week buffer built in from the final deadline for people to like do things, and so that they can get like last minute additions like JK and stuff. So we really appreciate all of the hosts and stuff because a lot of factors of my health got worse over last year, and then this year it's like I said, I don't want to take up too much time here going into that in detail. If you would genuinely like to know, I have a video on my channel where I discuss all of that. But it's kind of knocks me out unpredictably. And Sarah and I, the British to American time zone was not a problem for me in my youth. But now that I have to wake my children up at 6 a.m. in the morning every day, it's an
issue.
Yeah. So we really appreciate all of your guys' like support and continued interest, and we're gonna try to figure out better systems to make everything run smoother and to advertise the event more. So.
Yeah. Speaking of the event, Tamara, so the Storytellers Hearth Weekend Relay is basically 3 days or 2.5 days of productivity, creative writing streams for us to get together, share our work, have some fun chats, maybe be a little bit chaotic. Basically just be together with the community over the course of the weekend. So we start 3:30 EDT on Friday for the opening ceremony, and from there we'll go straight into our first stream, which I do believe is Nia. And then all the streams are roughly 3 hours long, and there's 13 in total separated over the course of the 3 days. So you can hop into, come and go from streams, join in as much as you want to, as much as you're able to, and just enjoy the fun and the productivity and our community.
Also, yes, Tamara, you were in the first one. Back then, it used to be called the Worldwide Write-a-thon.
Worldwide Write-a-thon. Dabba.
I could also be misremembering, but I think you participated in a couple of them. But we're not trusting my memory that far back right now. So yeah. DMing the link. Oh, hold on. Oh, saving the play. Yes.
Playlist is very helpful.
Everyone is on the playlist except for one stream, which will be on the playlist by the end of tonight.
Yeah. If you access the first stream through the playlist,
Yeah,
you will
you just-
automatically be taken to the next stream after
All
that
of our-
first stream ends, so you don't have to go searching.
Yeah. All of our hosts should also have the playlist in their description, and if they don't, tattle on them. we don't ask for a lot to be put in the description, but the playlist is one of
Spill
the
the
things.
beans. Let us know. Absolutely welcome.
Anytime. One of
Let's
Kaisa's
go.
goals is to translate a bit of their second draft into English. Ooh, that's fun. What language is
yeah,
your original draft in? I feel like I knew, but I do not remember at the moment.
Yeah. I feel like it sounds like an easy task, but then I think actually it's probably not that easy. When you get into the actual flow and the meaning of the words is a lot different when you're translating it into different languages. Fun but challenging. And the original is in Finnish. Yes. Keep me updated on how that goes. I have two vague plans for the weekend. The first is to continue writing the first draft of my witchy YA, which has been severely neglected and very difficult for me to write for the past 2 years, but I'm sticking with it at the moment. And I am just about heading into the Act 4. So we're around 8.5 chapters away from finishing the first draft. So we're going to get as much of that done as I can. And I need to start re-outlining draft 4 of my YA paranormal fantasy. So I can start doing the 4th draft of that, which I've also severely neglected over the past year. But, oh, there's the child. You made it almost the full hour.
Almost.
Almost the
He and
full
I
hour.
both lost it.
Very well behaved. Was not expecting that, but very much appreciate it. So yeah, we'll make sure to keep on top of everyone's goals, and if anyone's got deadlines, something they need to do, everyone here will be there cheering you on.
We also have the 3
Catching
break
up.
streams. Yeah, we have the 3 break streams, so which is we will be dedicated to catching everybody up on. Sarah and CB were mean to me and made me take break 1.
Which one's break 1?
No, you can't switch it now. I already finished all the graphics.
No, that's fine. I don't think I'd be able to switch it, but it's like 11 o'clock on Saturday, isn't it?
Yes, 11 in the morning on Saturday, which is 10
Yeah.
in the morning for me. And I try not to stream before noon, but twice this week I will be streaming before noon. For you.
I'll remember that for next time, and I'll try and take the earlier ones.
It's okay. It's in all honesty, I don't think CB could take, because she's in California, and so 11 for her would be, well, it's 10, 8 in the morning, so she'd have to get up at like 6 so I don't mind her taking it, and it's at the same time. Break 1 and 3 is at the same time both days.
Yeah.
So I'll just whine like a baby. It's fine. And I had to be up today anyway
That's
for the
fine.
mysterious air conditioning guy.
So break 1, Sam's break, is the let's complain about stuff.
Sam's break is gonna be the I just woke up for the day. Who else is drinking their morning beverage and making breakfast?
Just
Probably
the chill
just get some
welcome
more
to the
tea.
morning. Yes,
But-
perfect time for a tea appreciation hour.
All right, but I think this is actually a pretty good place for us to wrap up. If anybody has any other questions, go back to work, enjoy, see you this weekend. But yes, if anybody has any other questions, comments, or concerns, you can comment on the video, or DM us or anything.
DM.
We're pretty available most of the places. Of course, the fastest way to get my attention is generally Discord because I am there hourly. Everywhere
Yeah.
else I check as the day goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for joining us, for hanging out, for getting ourselves ready for the weekend. I am very excited. And I can't wait to post my schedule. Oh, also, keep your eyes out for the host spotlights. I'm currently posting 3 a day because
Yes.
I was a very bad Sam and didn't get my description in until last night, so we started posting them late. That's on me, but that's all right. I really enjoy them, and I hope everybody else enjoys them. They will be posted roughly around 11 in the morning. What did I set my alarms to? Hold on. Which I'm late on the first one this morning. Sorry about that, but
Wait.
yeah, around 10 in the morning EST, and then 3 and then 7 is when I have my alarm set to remind me to post them. So but yeah, you're very welcome for the informative stream, JK. I'm glad that you stopped by so that you were able to get on the streams.
Yes, absolutely. I will DM you the info for Stream 7 shortly. I'll write that down so I don't forget to do that. But
CD also has EvMux, so we will DM / get with each other about that too.
yes.
But yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you this weekend. Bye.
Thank you guys. See you the weekend. Bye bye.